Welcome to spring. Snout to snout. Your villagers report a large number of boars on the edge of the village. What are you going to do? No challenge, kill a few to mark territory. Yeah, that's good. Assess the situation, observe the habitat of the wild hogs from a safe distance. Scare off the animals. Let's assess the situation and see what happens with our hunting skill 4. Upon inspection, you discover that the troublesome boars are actually being threatened by a pack of wolves. Makes sense, which is pushing the group towards the border of the village. You set off to deal with the source of the problem and leave the boars in peace. Oh, that's nice. We did a solution that actually worked well with everyone around. Oh, now that's nice. 200 Dynasty rep, extra meat, extra fur. I'll take it. And now, whoa, good. We're going to have so much more wool. We'll be ready to go. And we have a little baby and more people expecting. That's awesome. The double G home. Alright, well. Of course, the quest of quests. Pay the taxes. We're going to head straight to the water. It's spring. It is the start of new cycles. It is the start of a new season and year 7 here in the valley. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for joining me for this. I'm glad you enjoy this. I enjoy these as well. And let's start ourselves out, grounding ourselves, getting our breaths in, and settle on in. So, from wherever you are, find a place to relax, lower your shoulders, just take a quick breath to clear your mind, and allow yourself that this is a spot where we can take a break, we can take the time. It's okay for us to stop for a moment, even if it's just a moment, and just breathe in and breathe out. Alright. First breath in, deep breath.
Once I found a snake in my shoe.
Filling all the way down, just under your belly button to the center of your body. And out. Another deep breath in. Hold it just for a little bit. And out. Feel the tension leaving you as you breathe out. And one more. Deep breath in. Filling yourself with good thoughts, good intention, or just peace. And breathe out. Allowing all the stress, anxiety to leave your body with that breath. I hope you are doing well where you are. I wish you the best. Glad to have you back. We have a lot of little things going on here. We should probably get ourselves set to go for the day. Oh, I see. So all the meat and stuff goes right into my inventory. What's up, guys? You up? Yeah. They've got a bet going. I bet I can't get 3 fish in one. So I heard that. They're saying, there's no way. This guy, he fishes here every morning. What's the point of him fishing here every morning? This should get right to work, right? But the point is that it's a good time to relax. And should take the time. Rare. Probably should take a breath. We'll get a fish for each of us. Oh, look, they're departing already. Guys, start of the day, villagers always moving. Well, we'll have the fish waiting for him then. Whoa, too impatient. Alright, not 3 for 3. 2 for 3 is pretty good. Too impatient myself. I do love the way it looks. Being underwater is a joy. I used to go scuba diving on a somewhat regular basis with a good friend of mine. That's trickier now. trickier now with kiddos, trying to get time to find the time to do so, but it is something I love doing. Something I miss a great deal, just that sensation of floating in the water, free, and it's peaceful. Just the sounds of the bubbles from your regulator around you. I absolutely love that sound. I love that time being underwater. It's a lot to get ready for, so there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, but it's so worth it. And at one point, my friend and I were going to be... we were going to get to be master divers. We were going to try to be instructors and master divers in due time. And that was a fun process to go through. A lot to learn, and a lot of work to get into it. Didn't end up doing it. Ended up being... oh, that's right. 4 fillets per fish. Well, we'll leave the rest for the gentleman. Now, I did leave some meat in my inventory. Oops. But we didn't end up finishing that one up. That was one of those pathways that did not end up going anywhere. And that's going to happen from time to time. There are going to be pathways that you have that don't necessarily go anywhere. And that is okay.
Since that one day I was attacked by a furious squirrel, I always...
Oh geez, furious squirrels. Oh my, that's tricky. Sometimes certain pathways in life, I'm getting distracted. Sometimes certain pathways in life don't actually go anywhere quite yet. And who knows, maybe that's a later thing, right? And I'm sure there are things that you have in your life that are pathways that maybe you haven't finished yet, that are on your mind at times. And it's okay to look back at those and remember the joys of them. Think of the good that came of it. Think of how you grew, what you learned, and the experiences you had along the way. And that there's always something good that can be taken from that time. Even if you didn't get quite to where you want to be. And I know I'm the kind of person who holds a lot of past debts over my head, which I learned to let go as best I can. Because if I didn't accomplish a thing, I tend to want to finish it. And I tend not to forget about it. And it's good practice reminding yourself of the good things that happened from it, or some great positive things that came from it. And use those as ways to motivate. And then if you decide that it's something you still drive and that you still want, well then maybe it is worth the time to get back into it. Maybe it is something that you are very interested in continuing, and that there is a time and a space for that. Don't let it get in the way of what you need to do, but sometimes looking back and finding those things is okay. And there are indeed things that you can recall that are worth coming back to full circle. I think for me, going back to master diving school is not going to come back full circle for quite a while. It is not something I truly need to do, and it's just, there's no time for it at this point. But it's fun to think about. And I definitely do think back to diving, and love thinking about the experience in the water, and just those are good points. Those are good places that I remind myself that I could be. And those are little spots that I treasure, that I hold on to as little reminders of, if I need a quiet place, if I just need a place in my own mind that I can relax, rest, and just think and be in my own space that's quiet and relaxing and allows me peace, that's a place that I like to go back to as well. Oh my goodness. Look at all of those. Look at all the straw. I think we sell these. 3 more Wisent skulls to go. Well, I'll tell you what, oh my goodness. The last episode, that was quite the experience with the raiders. Almost died. Yet again. And that's kind of the exciting theme of things from time to time in this game. There's been a lot of nearly dyings that have occurred, unfortunately. And, well, that's going to be part of it, right? It is kind of part of what the process is. Alright, I'm going to put our toolbox right there. That's a fun thing to find. I love it. And there's a lot of work to be done in the village, but for now, it was 7,000. Oh, Frederick is getting there. We definitely need to get some people, gotta get some people all set for their jobs. Oh, no, we don't actually. We're set. Do believe, though, that I will come to find that I have a number of people sitting in a barn who need to get back out in the fields. See there. No more barn working. Now, if you haven't done this one before, I find this really helpful when you have a lot of villagers, is to arrange the people by profession, because then it goes in alphabetical order. It's so much better. It's so much easier to find things. And unemployed always go to the top, which is really helpful. So if you knew about that already, that's great. I'm glad you did. And if you didn't, well, it's really handy. And the farm shed is damaged. I do think we need to make note of Amerigo, that guy. Pigsty. I do believe I can actually have our wife, she can step away from the... Do I really have her working on the pigsty? I'm gonna have her step away from that for a while. The fields are where we started. And they're important for us, and oh my goodness, the amount of fertilizer we have, I am not terribly worried about our situation when it comes to that. I'm more worried about us getting all of our farmland planted. And, speaking of which, now I am going to put little garden edgings on here, I think. Now, you know I am a huge fan of the numbers. I love having 32 as a number. Just a thing. I'm going to try to get those up there. Now, let's get a path down this. Now, this one will probably go a little heavier on. Ooh, 6x7, 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. I prefer it at 48. But I do also, well, nope, looks like we are going for 48. Very nice. Aw. Little one having a good time, getting bigger and bigger. So, let's see what we can do. Oh dear, abstacles. Let's get this garden in here. There we are. That ought to do it. And I'm thinking... It's a 12er. I think I can still sneak in a plot in there. I think we'll go for it. And then this one, we'll do a very small little garden right here. We're going to try to really bring in the gardening here. I see that that's a little tight for the rotation. We'll see what we can get away with. Another set of 12. There we are. I think that's going to turn out not to look the best. Might not be perfect. You know what? We'll let it be. It's okay. Now, spring. What's a vegetable garden that we know people would love to have? And this is our large one, not the largest. I think we probably need carrots somewhere. We haven't had carrots here for a while. Let's get carrots. Now this one is our hugest one. Let's do beetroot. There we are. And what's another crop that we don't tend to get enough of? We could do onion and cabbage here. Well, actually, let's do a couple onions here. I was thinking about poppy, honestly, though. Let's try the poppy. I want to see how it looks. And there we go. That ought to do. I want to do one check on how much fertilizer we have, and then let's get our day began and find ourselves out and about for a while. 283. That's pretty good. Do you think that after this winter time, gotten quite a bit of things? Let's just craft up all of this rot. Well, maybe not all of this rot. we do want to make sure we actually get some time to go out and about. 3 more Wisent skulls to go. Our hunting skill is rising slowly, so slowly, but we're getting there. I was really hoping that we could get higher skill quicker, and so that we could have our chances of getting trophies a little higher. Now at this rate, we're starting to get a lower quality iron crossbow. I'd like not to have to buy the thing. We'll have to see though. We know we need to get a lot of money. And one of the things we also need to do is really expand the number of villagers we have. Otherwise we are not going to produce resources at the level we'd like to. I'm seeing it right now with the rotation of our families. People who are busy having children, raising the families that are going to be the next generation in our village. Well, we don't have the ability to have a worker in the space that they took unless we have more people. So I think we'll have to do a little searching. And we're starting to get bigger here. I know Amerigo is ready to expand the market, and he will say that discussions in the village, he regularly bothers Racemir with conversations about, so, you know, we keep talking about having this market center here and bringing in travelers from the area. I think we need to prioritize that, Racemir. I think your brain is stuck in the dirt. It's time to get your head out and start looking to the road. And it's fair, he brings up a good point. It's time to start thinking about what comes from the outside in for us. We've focused on the inside for a long time. I mean, we have a strong village. Now it's time to bring that out. What can we present outwards from our village that will bring something great to the world, that will help us understand who we are in our place, and also bring joy to those around us? And that comes back along a lot to thinking about what you have on the inside of you, what great things that you have inside you, that you can share with the world, that you can bring out, that is going to further bring joy to the world and those around you. What are those things that you know that are great inside of you and give you peace of mind and relaxation? What are some of those things that you can bring out and share with the world? Because I know they're there, as do you. Let's get to 200 fertilizer. Then there's only 40 seconds to go, but honestly, that seems... Oh, it's only 40 seconds, isn't it? Isn't that just the thing? To slow down. I need that reminder constantly, it turns out. For us, summer is winding down here at this time of recording. We're getting to that point of year where kiddos are about to go back to school. I am as well. And it'll be time for us to get into our other routine, our school year routine, and start finding those ways that we do things during the school year. And the morning routines are going to be so interesting, because it's not simple waking up early and getting a couple of kids who don't want to wake up for school ready to go, you know? I'm sure some of you have already experienced that, or you remember from when you were young how much we don't really want to get going to school in the morning. It is, well, maybe some of us do recall way back that we did love it, and it was a joy. But I know for me it was not always a joy. For various reasons. Part of it just being that I'd rather sit at home.
New building.
Right. Others, well, there's always the other experiences. Oh, I forgot I still have to carry more. Man, look at all the running back and forth. Why am I not using Mokosh is what I hear in the back of my mind, so I'm sure you all are thinking that right now. Use the donkey, man. You're totally right. Oh, I'm only over by 0.1. We're not doing it. Alright, it's time to get out of here. And it's time to double check to make sure we have bolts. We do have bolts. Right, time to go. Let's make sure we have all the resources we need. And anything that we can sell. Because it's going to be good to make a little bit of cash. I don't really think we're going to use this bronze mace. Somewhere out there, somebody's going to love it. Bronze sickle. Those are definitely worth good money. Don't need 200 cabbage seeds. I'll tell you what. I could sell the copper spear, but I think decoration-wise, it's going to look good someday. It's time to start making feathers into arrows, and then we'll sell. Yeah, speaking of that, iron arrows, look at that. A light tunic, we will get to that soon enough. It's looking like a lot of our stove. We're going to give that to our wife. Now this here. Did I make that? I would love to sell that if we had made it. 100 bags. We'll go ahead and sell some of these. That's getting out of hand. Fight clubs are useful for our... We need something to defend ourselves, that's for sure. I'll sell that wheat beer. I'll sell these Wisent skulls. No. Oh my goodness, I am ready to expand this village. Do some quick things here. As I recall, our farm shed is not in the best of conditions. There it is. Oh no, the fencings. We're gonna have to think about fencing this time around too. We gotta be at that point in the rotation of our seasons too. Alright. Oh, is this Nicola? There's the little one. Aww. Of all the things she's crafted, all the things she's built in her life, this is the one that brings the most joy. I'm hoping that we have managed to put our enemies at a little bit at bay at this point. The two encampments were quite a bit. So I'm curious. I hope that we have less bandits this time around, and if we don't, well then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. I'm just going to carry these ones over. We're getting too many delays. There we are. Now if I get to be choosy... Oh yeah. Really don't think we have any extra wine, do we? Let's bring those. Oh, plum wine, the best of the wines. But I'm not using potions and powers this time around, so... we will not need that. Yeah, we'll have to tear down these fences and rebuild, as it's been a number of seasons. Oh gosh, it's time to roll. Time to hoof out. Not quite there, but getting there. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. I think we'll end up having a carriaging place, a place where you stage your carriage, and also a place where people can stay for the night. We'll have our own, something like an inn.
How is life treating you? Have a good day.
Where's she going? Huh. Oh man, our lumberjacks wander quite a ways, don't they? Do they really have to... I wonder if they have to go all the way to the next available tree. That's a long walk. I'm impressed. They are devoted to their craft, and that I appreciate. Okay, now, in this village, since we've had so many encounters with bandits recently, I know...
Hello there.
Oh, God, that guy. Every time. Every time. I know that they've been asking for weaponry to defend themselves with. There's been a request to say, look, you find some things, you bring them to us. We need to be able to defend ourselves here. We've seen the bandit camps, and we want something to fight the enemies off with. We'll bring them these items, get them in a good spot. That's okay, let's get him all that. Knife we need to keep. Now, for that, we'll also sell him some... We'll sell him some wine. Why not have a celebration that now we're free of the bandits? I'm carrying way too much stuff, so I'm just gonna sell that off here. Thanks, friend.
See you soon.
Yeah, and probably almost hit me with a flail next time too. Oh wait, hold up. There are a lot of ladies in town. 20 and lots of farming, which is good. Now, do I have houses available is the question, though. No, I don't. Nimrod. Oh, that's right. Nimrod was our new guy. But he's a little older than she is. I probably could put her there temporarily.
Oh, it's you again.
It is me again. You have a very short-term memory, but that's okay. Most travelers do in this game. We're going to have her live there temporarily with him, and then we're going to come back. We will build a home that she can live in. That's not my donkey. I turned around and that leather working item looked like the back of a horse or the back of a donkey, and I apparently thought that that was good old Mokash. It appears that somebody stole your hat, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Take care.
Well, that's fine. If you find a new lookout, I like it. Just trying to recharge yourself with the sun, get a little sun on the old scalp, get warmed up for the day. I understand that completely. Yes, I have shortened hair now too. It is definitely not at all because I can't grow a patch of hair in the back of my head at this point in my extended age. That's definitely not it. Or perhaps it's entirely it. And the fact that buzzing the hair is a great money-saving way. Because then... Oh! Then I can just simply have a simple haircut that's easy for me to do myself. How about that? Oh, crashing the donkey. Racemir and Mokash. Too fast. Too furious. Too fast, too furious. There's got to be something else with an F that works better for a donkey. Somebody broke down over here, but there's no sign of bandits in the area at this point, which is a win. Oh, jeez. You know what this looks like. This looks to me like... Looks like somebody was traveling... Oh, actually, it looks like somebody was a potion maker traveling in. The poison, perhaps, they were hoping to sell to some of the local bandits. But without the bandits there, being a rock, they may have given up on the process. I don't see a bandit camp over there as well, and that's good. These things come up from time to time. Old logging camps. People who have come into the area temporarily, didn't bother finishing up their work, or just kind of showed up for a short bit and then leave.
Move on.
Or could be people working to get the bandit camp up, and then they simply leave it behind because really their only interest is to get those temporary walls up. We do have to pay our taxes, and that's fine. We will. There we are. And I'm already armored, so no reason for me to be worried because I didn't forget. And there's a wonderful little spot up here. Sometimes there's a camp here too. There we are. Let's see how they're spaced out. Oh my. They're spaced out rather well. There's one on the hill there though. So I think what we'll do here, let's start with our find furry friend over there. Get as much in this one as we can early. Ooh. There we go. Alright, Norumsky. We're gonna come back with so much meat. Oh, 1, 2. There we are. Okay. Oh dear, it actually made it past that? Okay. Now I swear there was another one. Oh. Right. Right. This is a little closer than I should have done. There we go, good. Oh yeah, they're getting down to this last bit and they're not dying right away. Okay. Oops, ran into a tree. Sometimes we get stuck on trees. Just a part of life, apparently. Oh yeah. And let's see here. Oh, we got one of the bolts, well, 2 of the bolts back on that one. Now, what can we get back on this one? Oh, gee. Do we have a Mokosh? Yes, we do. Nice. Now, oh, that's 2 of them skinned already and nothing. That's a tricky thing to be at. We're still a long ways off on our hunting. Alright, crossing the fingers. We need at least 1 skull from this whole mess. No, nothing. Ouch. Oof. Ouch, ouch, ouch. that's tough. That is definitely tough. Alright, well, hoof. Not ideal. Well, we do still have more that we can hunt on the way back. Well, I say on the way back, but we're going to be so overloaded at this point. Let's see. I suppose I could try to craft a few small bags and simple bags to make a little coin off the leather we have, but it goes so much better if we just craft actual things. And there's so many other items we can make. I have so much stuff in my inventory right now. And we do really want to get just a bit more for a hunting skill. And therefore also hopefully get the unlocks for our ability to get more skulls quicker. Oh, this quest. I do enjoy it. The fact that they last this long is good, right? Like, that's good. We want it to be a challenge. We want it to last us a while. Oh, hail, sir.
How do you eyewears? Never disappoint.
You can have my basic shoes, friend. Oh, that's my fine tunic. I don't know if I want to separate from that one yet. And we don't use potions in this game, so we can get rid of them. Oh, and we don't use rye beer. Do you know how sad that is? There we are, friend. I'm gonna get you all set up here. You look like a person who could use a beverage. Enjoy. Oh dear. The bar's not even open yet. That's tricky. That's a rough season, I think. Well, there you are, Delbergine.
My wares never disappoint.
He's quite the flirt. Actually, he's just talking about the stuff. Nobody gets disappointed by beer, I'm sure. Well, okay, that's not fair to say. There's probably people out there who don't like beer, so I guess we could say yes. There are. Tempting to sell that. Now, leather sells for 4. Simple bags will sell for...
See you soon.
Not a ton more. If I remember right. crafting these bags isn't
Where
necessarily a huge deal. 4 versus 7. It's 3 more gold.
It's you
It
so
nearly
long.
doubles the amount. So yeah, it's worth it. Alright, that'll cover it in August. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, now. We are looking for someone who's a little older. That guy over there is cracking toots. Now, fishing. Do we have 2 people who are fishers? We don't. And in time, it might be worth having 2 people who are fishers. I think maybe we will take this gentleman on. We want to expand.
How
I
is
think
life
that's a good
treating
way
you?
to expand. Now, I don't have a home for you yet, sir. We're gonna make a village pop together here. Better get going home, though.
Giddy up! Giddy up!
Alright, let's get home for this guy. We don't want his mood to decrease constantly. Oh, dude, sir. You guys?
How are you?
I didn't realize there must be a new fashion trend. A new fashion trend for Wagoneers. The hatless way.
Onward!
Bald and beautiful. I appreciate it. Nice job, guys. I appreciate that you're trying something new. Good to see that you're starting clean. That you're trying to have a more polished look. I'm sure there's more puns to go. There we are. There's going to be a watchtower up here. I think that'd be fun. Plus, necessary, right? Ooh, he's already at -1. Let's go. There we are. Oh my, that's always fun to watch the insta-teleportations of people. Okay, we didn't really buy anything, but we do have leather to drop off. And logs. Oh, Mokosh. Oh no, I forgot all the other items in Mokosh. I always do that to myself. It's so funny. It is a hoot. I do get a kick out of me. I do mess around with myself, forcing myself to do extra work by forgetting things. There we are. Let's get the meat in here. Perfect. Right. We need a place for this person to live. And I believe, for now, I think we could just put a house here temporarily. And we gotta move it. Finally, we're at stone that we can get. Stone house, right? Perhaps what we could do is actually start thinking about where we could be expanding over the river. How late is it? Oh, it's 20. Right. I am going to say that we need to build this home now before we get too far. We're gonna have to move it in the morning. Taking on a villager before the morning is not ideal. Wasn't the best move for me to make. I'll pop a house up here, just so we can have a place for him to stay. We won't assign him a job until morning, and we want to make sure we don't lose his mood too much here. I think with tomorrow, we also need to start looking at how our village is organized and decide where people are going to be. If this is the fisherman, I need to have him in a spot where he can be near the fishing. I do have the whole other side of the village to think about as well. One of these times I could actually focus on who lives where and reorganize the villagers as well. Oof. try to time it out so that we get our level 3 of building going faster. And we'll make it so that when we do our last few swipes here, we'll go a little faster. Or at least it will feel like it's going faster. It doesn't go faster at all. There we are, so close. And a long day. A lot of people helping out to make this possible. There we are. Okay. Now, we set him into this home. And we also need to make another fishing hut at some point, so that he can make some use of it. What we can do for now, though, is that we can throw him the herbalist hut and have him actually do work. Wow, -8. Not a fan of getting villagers before we have homes. Not my way. Definitely not a huge fan of that one. Now, we did take on our new farmer, and I'm gonna say we're gonna move her out of this home and move her in with this one. Now, let's see if we got that right. Be living in the same house with the new gentleman. There we are. And then we're just down to our gentleman here, Nimrod, who could use a friend. Alrighty. A friend. Well, a person to spend their life with. Alright, let's get some rest. It's just late in the day. We got that last house in. Oof. And the decent quest that I need to get a little gift for Frederick. Well, there, I missed the click, and here I'm too busy taking a drink of coffee. Okay. Oh, he's sleeping and he's tired. Okay, let's check the herbalist hut, because I don't think it has any jobs set to it. Oh yes, it counts as extraction. Well, now, the entertaining thing here, of course, is that really not a lot that we need to make. Yellow dye, oh, onion, wow. Aries clay, I could definitely make red dye. Oh yeah, this takes iron ore, that was the trick. The whole spruce bark is simple, but the iron ore is the hard part. Decolorizer could be good. I wonder how much that sells for. Red dye will be good. Let's build some clay bowls then. Yeah, it looks like we need clay bowls. We will want to have that one available. What are we going to do with these things? We can't exactly... Well, no rule that says I can't make potions, but I just don't want to do that per se. Now, broadleaf plantain is actually something they would have used in the day, so we'll gather them. It just makes sense at the time. We'll gather morels. Morels are very tasty, and we'll have those for eggs and mushrooms then. Right. It's time to really think this village through. Do I have a shovel? Because that's going to be necessary here. Not just yet. Ah! Trying to trick Mokash. Mokash knows better. Oh, I don't have a shovel. Alright, thank you, friend. Alright, more traps. Mokash has a good sense of humor. Oh, yes sir. You could gather the traps while you're standing here. We would really appreciate that. And there we are. Perfect. Alright, Mokash, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that we still have a lot more hunting to go, and you're not wrong. We do, indeed, have a lot of hunting to go. I am not carrying that thing around anymore. That thing's just been sitting in the inventory, taking up too much space. I was gonna wear the rich coat and be all Mr. Bougie. I mean, why not? Well, the fine tunic is the way to roll, though, isn't it? Oh, there we are. Look at that fanciness. Look at that fanciness. That's right. We're gonna walk around the town fancified. Whoa, look at that guy. Look at that styling guy. Okay. This house is in the wrong place. Alright, well, let's see here. Now, when we think about the way things are organized, burgages, we want to make sure that there's room to get through. The fishing hut is here. We'll have a fishing station. This walkway. Beautiful area. Somebody'd be lucky to have this as a place to live. We do want to build a little bridge across here, and then that does mean that there's a place right here for a home. I do think that these berry bushes should stay. I think this might be a fantastic place for an herbalist. There we are. Oh, see, now I have to get now I have to get myself used to the idea that does not Sengoku Dynasty, and I cannot just stand next to the trees as they fall, because I am doing a lot of recordings for that right now and trying to get a whole lot of things wrapped up. There's so many projects on the books for that one. And one of the things in Sengoku is that when a tree falls in the woods, it doesn't hurt you. Meanwhile, in Medieval Dynasty, when a tree falls in the woods and there's no one around to hear it, it will hit you. I better get Mokash here. I'm about to get overloaded. Oh, easy to miss those stationary targets like trees. Right. Now, I've also messed with myself. So if you notice every once in a while that I click to the wrong item, because I didn't put my stone axe at inventory slot number 2, which is where I do usually put it. So I'm just out here messing with me. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, thanks, Mokash. You're the best. I think we have 2 to go. You'll see, it'll look nice, trust me. That's how you do it. Remembering buttons. Really want to try to preserve that berry bush area. That's the goal here. Come to me. There we go. Right, now, I am not going to make the mistake of having my donkey still standing here when I try to move the building. Because that's the thing. Alright, Mokosh, this is where things get a little real. We gotta move this thing and try to get it placed right. And one of these days, we need to buy the platforms and buy the actual ways to make a bridge. But it is expensive. Ooh, that looks like a good place. Double checking. We gotta see. Where's the stream? I am literally standing in it. There's one more birch tree there. I'm not a huge fan of its placement. I think we're gonna have to just get by with that for now, because this birch back here is in the way. There we are. I'm thinking this will be good. Yeah. Just in case I want to edge it a little further this way. Oh boy. Oh my. There we are. Fantastic. I am so happy that they added this feature. Being able to move buildings is big. Oh shoot, I'm not going to be able to see it. You know what? Just do like this. There we are. Actually, no. Actually, no. No, indeed. Ooh, there we go. Right around. That's the sweet spot for me. I like the bushes right here. I like a little pathway. And then we can make something of this area. Fantastic. Okay, then we got to think about how pathways go up through the rest of this area. And move on to the rest. Our village can't be too extensive out these ways, because at some point we need to think about where are the walls. There we are. That'll work well. People are doing great work. Scraps are set. I think we try to get more decent before the end of the season. I think that's what we do. Ah, this was a good place for a trap, apparently. There we are. Okay, we do have a lot of logs in the inventory of myself and Mokosh. Time to stop carrying around so much silly stuff. Yeah, I better. I'm gonna be fancy. I gotta be fancy everywhere. Oh gosh, what are you doing? Get out the field, buddy. Oh, 8%. 9.8. I believe it. There we are. I don't think we're gonna need these for a while. Yamison, I better keep on me though. Bow would be good defense for a village. We can bring that to the locals. What else would be good? Fishing spears. And the recurve bow, but it's in junk shape. Okay, good place. Next thing we need is more crafters. More people to craft and extract. Those are the things. Ooh, and our fields are incomplete over here. We're gonna have to lose some items. Oh, you tricky donkey. Oh, we need food before we go. Let's eat a bit, and then let's go. Eat some of last season's, or 2 seasons ago, fried meat. We are dirty, but I think we'll find our way. And we'll just take a shower. as we travel. I'm curious to check the river pathway, where the bandits were last time. We'll go towards the... We'll go forth and we'll plan to hunt the Wisent, but we're going to travel all the way over this way. I want to check the pathway. I want to see if there's anything concerning. Racemir would have in the back of his mind the encounter with the bandits. I want to see that they haven't tried to reestablish. Sometimes the camps aren't all of the soldiers that there really are. And if that's the case, we need to cut them out before they continue. And that poor young bandit, I wonder about his fate too. And it's also on Racemir's mind what happened to that youngster who got himself, well, he can't choose. You don't choose who you're born into, you can't choose the life that you start into. But you can choose where you go with it. Not easy. But you do get some choice. A lot of random stuff getting knocked over around here. It is a treacherous area to travel. Oh, somebody coming down to do some fishing as the fish come up to spawn in this riverway, I would imagine. This part of the river, well, probably generous to call it a river at this point. This part of the stream, I'm guessing there's a population of fish that swim up to the lake and then spawn up there, only to travel back, or to pass away on in the deeper lake. Probably not a bad place to fish. Eagles are a beautiful sight. Well, here's where our friend, well, at least our person we encountered was stationed before. Oh, the baskets. Whenever I hear that noise, it... Perhaps I'm still a child somewhere in my mind. Every time I hear the baskets open, it sounds kind of like it's somebody passing gas. For whatever reason, I don't know why. But that is always on my mind. A good little giggle here and there, why not? One does not need to grow up too fast. Or grow up at all at some point. It looks clear here. Villagers from Danica came by to tear down the logs and the walls to use to repair parts of their walls. And to sell off as best they can with some of the items that were in there, or just to use in their homes. I mean, the makeshift tents or something, the containers that were there are useful. Well, they've put together basic things from it. We have taken what the bandits brought and made something good of it. Now, not too far off from the Wisent area. And with this busted bow. This is gonna be a bit of trouble. There we are. Let's find our way in. There, well, that's the moose, isn't it? Don't need to hunt moose right now. Although moose are great to actually hunt. The humor here for me is that I always forget exactly where these two are at compared to each other. I know the moose and the Wisent are near one another, but I always kind of forget that the Wisent are on the right and the moose are in the center. There's one. Now let's make sure there's not one closer. A big furry butted Wisent right next to us would not be a win for us. 1 and 2, and unfortunately they're near each other. Don't really want both of them on me right away. And if we do, then we're booking it out of here. Alright. Nope, that's bad. Oh, what was that? look and we'll see where it is coming from. Oh boy. Oh, not good. Ah, that was you hitting a tree. Okay, now do have to switch up to arrows. Oh, there we go. I ran into the tree foolishly. There we are. Ooh, and the unpredictable arrows of randomness have paid off yet again. I'll have to tell Nicola thank you. Oh, dang it. No. Come on, roll a skull. There we are, finally. Alright, Mokash, thanks for being here. Oh, that darn thing. 2 iron bolts. I wonder how far we can go with that. We need 1 more skull. If we taken this out and this out, you know, it'd be so good to get this quest done this season. I don't like hunting over here because we have wolves on the way there. But that's not, I mean... Okay, well, let that be an option. There are wolves here on the way to this one, but if I go to Ralnaka, I could just head up the road to the Wisent here. Lots of copper arrows, only 2 iron bolts. Ooh, I'm overweighted. Oh gosh, where are you? Come to me! Okay. Friend. Okay, now, let's head over there. What? What? Did I feel like a long time ago there was another Racemir, me, who dropped some stuff here, apparently left it behind. Ah, let's see here. Boy, it would be so nice to get that quest done, and we're so close to it. Well, are we? I think we have 6 right now. So essentially we have to get lucky and get 2 more. And if each area has 2 to 3 Wisent, then there's a chance. We just have to not die. Now, I did just do this hunting area and decided not to wear my gambeson, which isn't the best. Turns out, oh man. Let's get a quick, let's clean up. We'll clean up here, we'll get a quick drink. Alright. Whip the bolt. Oh gosh, we're going up the road. Now, as I recall, there are wolves around here, and we don't need these wolves to end us right now. It'll be a short journey over the hill. And given where we're at, this terrain looks nice. Ralnaka is one of those villages I tend not to do much with. There is a quest that brings us there early, which is nice, and it's pretty. It's a nice hillside village with great fields and a windmill, of course. It's an interesting little place. I just don't find myself here that often. Oh wow, right up the road. Okay, well, Oh jeez, look at me wearing my... There's a Wisent skull. Okay. We are going to... Let's get all geared up. worse than my gamison. And honestly, it does make sense. Because gamison, actually, in its time, gamison is quite an effective piece of armor. Metal armors are fantastic, and there's a lot to say about having metal armor. And it works well. It's not easy to mass produce. It's very effective against... You gotta be kidding me. Are these hunters? Ugh. Ooh. Okay, we gotta get up here. And let's find a way to get up on higher ground from him. Force him to waste his energy. He's not as mobile as we are. Oh! There you are, friend. Ay, ay, ay. What were you doing out here? What was he armed with? I don't see a weapon around him. Oh, jeez. Right through the eye. Okay, well, turns out I'm still a good shot. Ooh, nice. Copper shield. But nothing else, unfortunately. Is that the sound of a Wisent right next to me? That would be so bad. Okay, well, apparently we did a little bit of a favor for our locals here, because it looks like this little group of friends, these guys were, oh, look at that, yep, they were definitely causing trouble here. Or they just left the farming life to try to pursue this life of stealing and looting. Well, I do appreciate you giving me more arrows that I can use, but I don't necessarily appreciate you hitting me so hard with your darn club. Alright, now we're gonna have to try to survive the Wisent hunt. With a good bash on the side. Okay. With that. There we are. We're gonna have to be very mindful as we hunt here. Deer. Oh no. That's not the best place to have to hunt Wisent. Now they have a nice place they can charge down the hill at us. Okay, let's get up on the hillside. Okay, that's a deer. Oh, deer! Okay. Here we are. I'm not seeing any Wisent here. Oh. And a big old fuzzy butt right there. Right in the rump. Not the best place to hit him. A lot of fat to protect. There we go. Ooh, that was not as good a hit as I was hoping it would be. Oh, she's so close. There's the other one. There's two. Okay, there's more. Perfect. Now. Lucky, 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 right? not so lucky. Let's get ourselves back on the hill. Oh, oh gosh, it's way over there. Okay. They're right next to each other. That's bad. It'd be hard for me not to get the two of them to attack us at this point. Okay, good. One of them wandered off. Oop. Towards or away is the question. Looks like towards. Oh my. That's the problem. Uh-oh. We gotta get out of here. Oh dear, well, with that, we can't finish the hunt today. Far too injured to do that. Oh my, well that was close. We're gonna have to get ourselves fixed up, and then tomorrow we'll have to do our best to make it through that, but that's not gonna be an easy hunt. I got a little impatient with that one, I think that's fair to say. Trying too hard to rush, right? Try to just get the two of them at once. Oh my goodness. Gotta go slower with that. We'll get Racemir back, rested up. Mokosh, our ever-present friend, will get us back and safe and sound. We are so close to dead. Good thing to have put on the armor, because that was really close. Now, of course, those bandits didn't do us any favors. Now, with this is a pretty significant set of injuries. I think we'll have to say that we are in no condition, or are tomorrow, to be doing anything crazy. So, we won't be able to use the recurve. That's kind of one of the rules I want to put out there. So if I get significantly injured, then I imagine that we took some serious bruising to either upper body or lower body. So we either take a penalty in running, so we can't run, which if hunting, that's going to be the end.
Onward.
Based upon how we just did the last fight against our bandit friends, or we took pretty heavy hits to the upper body. And I'm going to say this time around we took some really deep hits to the upper body. That means we're not going to be able to pull back that bow with any serious strength. Oops, this was the wrong way to ride home. Apparently we made a fox angry too. Oh dear. Fraught with danger. That's the name of the game. Oh my. And now I've gotten so sidetracked with which way we go. Oh my goodness. I think I also managed to go directly into part of the woods. It's not as safe.
Move on.
Well, looks like at the end of the season, we'll start out by, let's finish up some of this area up here. Let's do another part where the villagers help us build that and get some things done. Maybe even finishing up some of the areas here, since we do need to redo our fencing. Now we are in no shape to stop for any
Onward.
reason whatsoever other than to get home, get patched up. You know what this village needs? A hospital.
Hello there.
Yeah, I was trying to fight a
See you
beast,
around.
and with that, I love that you get healed instantly. But we'll rule that we have to go slower tomorrow and build up that front area of the village. It's nice to mix that up, I think. And I see that we are at the end of the day. I hope that you have great rest of your day and many days. Take care until next time.